They don't get paid enough to put up with customers like that, do they?
Yeah, we don't get paid enough either.
I think we know that's what we're in for.
That bloke's got a lot of guts.
Not a lot of brains. He could have been shot.
Well, it took forensics half the night to find the bullet.
Yeah, well, we kept him company.
Okay, Joe, now how you going with that Red Joe?
Yeah,
Check on
yes,
the getaway
next
car.
on the list.
Okay, good on you, mate. Now listen, the Red Joe's FVW something, something, something.
Yeah.
The F might be an E, the D might be a U.
I've got it here.
Yeah, good on you. Just get on it, eh?
Yeah.
Next person to break a phone around here pays for it.
A message received, Minister, yes.
Anything good on the television?
Oh, Inspector.
Morning, Tom. Morning, everyone.
Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
So, what's the show?
Oh, it's the security video from last night's servo armed rob.
And that requires the attention of the entire station?
Check a Richard.
I hope you're not forgetting our blitz on speeding starts today. This station is monitoring the black spot on Flat Gully Road, I believe.
Yes, that's right. Stewart and Jones were just on their way out there.
Perhaps a female presence.
It's a bit sexist, isn't it, sir?
Not at all. Just might be more appropriate for dealing with irate motorists.
It hasn't been my experience that female members get it any easier in relation to speeding fines, sir.
I do have statistics to back me up on this, Sergeant.
I'm sure you do.
Good. Constable Parrish can assist.
Right, so the boys get to play with the real guns while the girlies get to play with the radar gun.
Come on.
There.
What's all this about?
G'day, ladies. How are you?
G'day, Tony. We're working here, mate, so I'm gonna have to ask you and your friends to move along.
Aren't you doing the speed blitz thingy today? Look at the press release. Here you go. Road toll, Flat Gully Road, blah, 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 community concern. All inquiries, contact Inspector Russell Falcon Price.
Rusty strikes again.
What?
Just keep out the way, right? That goes for your mates as well.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I'm not doing this all day.
Might take us that long to get a custom one.
Yeah. You can do the honours.
Officer?
Sir, are you aware you're doing 120 kilometres an hour in a 100k zone?
Was I?
Can I see your licence, please?
Oh, look, I know now, right? I won't do it again.
I'm sure you won't. Licence, please?
Yeah, I got it here somewhere.
Hard to find anything in there.
Yeah, I've been meaning to clean it up.
Are you aware your car's actually unroadworthy, sir?
Yeah, that just happened now.
Lot of rust back here.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey! George! Hey, what are you doing, mate? Get out the way! Oi! Hey! Hey! Joe, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What about you? You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Hey, Tony.
What? Just one.
Senior, can you take Mr. Hatch through to the interview room, please?
Certainly, Sergeant. These are done.
Oh, Evan.
Yeah, straight through, mate.
Mark Hatch. He's got prize for armed rob.
Yeah, so David's 3 years ago, 2 surveys and milk bar.
Well, he told you this on the way in, and what the hell happened to you?
Later. He's very cooperative now.
He claims he found the gun, but I reckon he might be worth chatting to about last night's survey job.
The fellow you caught with the radar?
Yes, he's got form and he's just out of prison.
Shall we, Constable?
Yeah, I'll just get changed.
Excellent work.
Yeah, yes, well done.
Well, Joe was the one who actually tackled him, right in front of the press gallery.
There was a press release issued about the crackdown on speeding.
Oh, I see. Complete with details about exactly where we'd be and when.
We have to use the press to our advantage when we can.
Yes, well, we may have got more than we bargained for.
Yes. Listen, I need to rearrange my schedule. I have to make a few calls, if I may.
Oh, yes, just park
Thank
yourself
you.
anywhere.
Wasn't me. I wasn't anywhere near that survey.
All right, where were you then?
Staying at the Imperial. I was there most of the night in the bar.
Anyone see you?
Oh, well, somebody would have seen me. I was there till about 9, and I went to bed. Oh, well, I had a shower first, and then I went to bed. I couldn't sleep, so I went for a drive. That was about 11.
Where'd you go?
Nowhere in particular. I just wanted to be alone in my car and think, you know.
Mark, where did you actually find this gun?
In the bush.
Last night.
No, this morning. I went for another drive.
And there it was.
Yep.
You're saying that someone left their loaded 30-30 Winchester just lying around and you stumbled over it?
Look, I don't want to go back inside, okay? I haven't knocked anything off.
Okay, let's say you found the gun.
I did.
What are you going to do with it?
You won't believe me.
Try us.
I was going to give it to you guys.
Try again.
It's true. I was on my way over here when you stopped me.
Well, why didn't you hand it over then?
I panicked. You were about to search my car. Didn't think you'd believe me? Look, I didn't do anything wrong, okay? All I did was find a gun.
And you can show us where.
Beautiful.
The hell?
Mr. Timms is doing a follow-up piece on this morning's drama. I gave him permission.
Do I have to put up with this, Sarge? Just go along with it.
Pretend I'm not here, okay? What's going on?
A star is born.
He wants to do an interview as well, so
Well, I'm assisting PJ, sir.
I'm sure that someone else will be able to
Inspector?
take control of that.
Excuse me, Inspector. I think it would be much better if Parrish followed up.
Oh, of course, you're right, Tom. It'd make a much better story if she finished what she started.
It was around here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hereabouts.
He's stuffing us around.
I remember the tree. This is where I took a leak.
Long walk from the main road just to relieve yourself.
You're a bit shy, Mr. Hatch.
Look, my footprint here.
This is a waste of time.
Go get him, Jojo.
Look. You all right?
I'm fine. Quit stuffing around. Let's get out of here.
Hey, what happened to you?
I'll explain later.
Parrish. My office. You'd better knock.
Be with you in a minute, PJ.
Yes? No, that's fine. We'll see you there. Okay, right. Bye. What is that?
I had a bit of an accident, sir.
Well, clean yourself up. You have an interview and a photo shoot.
Tony Timms already took my photo. If he wants to talk to me, he can just call me.
This is for the press in St David's. We have to be there in an hour.
Well, I can't be there in an hour, sir. We haven't finished with Mark Hatch.
This is not like a hair appointment, Parrish. These people have very strict deadlines. If we can't do this today... Hold on. Mount Thomas Police. Speaking. Could you just give me a moment? I have to take this. Now, I don't care what you do. Just do it quickly.
You've got no proof.
Mark, even if you didn't do the armed
Oh,
robbery,
I'll cop the speeding
Try
fine.
conduct endangering life.
that's a breach of parole.
Look, talk to my parole officer, my drug counsellor. They'll tell you I'm clean, okay? Now give me a break.
Why don't you stay out with your father?
He's never given me a break either.
So what's his problem?
Nothing.
Nothing. But you're not staying with him. You know what I think, Mark? I think he found out that you pulled a job at the servo to get money for drugs, and he's not happy about it.
I'm clean.
We found you with a gun, Mark. It'd be easier if you told the truth.
I found the gun, and I didn't rob the servo. That's the truth.
Benny, look after our guest, please.
Yep, sure.
Why hasn't he been charged?
So just... All we have is the gun, and we haven't proved that it was the one used in the servo stick-up, so we're waiting for forensics to get back to us.
You can charge him with possessing an unlicensed firearm, surely.
Yes, sir, but there's a couple of things I need to check out first.
Yeah, especially with all this media attention.
We'll discuss this later. Well, get changed, Parrish. We have to go.
Well, I haven't got another spare uniform. I'm going to have to go home.
Sir, why don't you just photograph her the way she is? You know, down and dirty in the line of duty?
Good idea, Constable. Go with the mud.
You keep.
Police get far more bad press than good.
Tell me something I don't know.
Well, when we're handed an opportunity for good PR, we must seize it with both hands and run with it.
I was just doing my job.
Exactly, and it's worth more than any number of press releases. You have an opportunity to do a hell of a lot of good for the entire force.
I don't want responsibility for the entire force, and I don't want to do this interview. Sir.
You will. But don't worry about it. If you get stuck, I'll be there to back you up. Did a pretty good job, all things considered.
What all things?
Well, willingness to do the interview, inexperience.
I wasn't that bad.
I said it was excellent, considering.
So what should I have said differently?
For goodness sake, it's not a
So,
matter of that,
when do we
Constable.
get to read it?
Sunday, the weekend supplement.
Yeah, with a photo.
Like that?
It's dirty work, Sergeant.
Yes, and I'm the poor sucker who has to do it.
Is Tom in?
He'll be back in about 5 minutes, sir.
I'll wait.
Thank God he's locked himself away for 5 minutes. That man is exhausting.
Yeah, well, don't get too comfortable. PJ wants you to check Mark's alibi down the pub. You might want to get changed before you go out in public again.
Oh, no. The inspector wants the world to see what dirty work this is.
Well, Mark Hatch is staying here, but I don't know if he was in last night with the chockers.
Why have you seen him hang around with anyone?
He's usually by himself. Besides, he hasn't been here that long.
All right, well, who else might have seen him? Hey, that's me, Chris. Look.
Joe Parrish was expecting no more than another day catching speeding drivers and had no idea what would happen when she pulled her first car over to the side of the road.
So is that why you're so filthy?
Oh, yeah, sort of.
Hey, that took a lot of guts.
I certainly did, Constable Parrish. What, you weren't scared?
Well, no time to be scared, really. Instincts just kick in and you do it.
But they can't teach you that, can they? You know, you've either got it or you ain't.
I know. Had a bit of practice.
Well, it was mighty quick thinking, I reckon.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Hey, I'll buy you a drink.
Hey, no.
No.
Watch out.
It's all right. I can't.
Probably on duty.
Ah, what a shame.
That's a damn shame. We would have bought you lunch, too.
Sure to ring in a fur coat, too. Come on, bugger off, you two. Leave her alone.
No, that's all right. Hey, guess who's going to be on telly tonight? Full colour, all action.
You serious?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw the ad on the telly. Looks all right, actually. PJ, I'm going to be on telly tonight.
Yeah? What?
Yep.
With Mr. Hatch?
Yeah, that's him.
Does his alibi check out?
No, he's a loner. No one can vouch for him.
How did you go with the Rego on the getaway car?
We're still looking. Vic Rhodes are going through all the combinations.
I'll organise a door knock in the street round the servo.
Dad,
Any word from
it's me.
forensic?
They're still
I'm going
examining
to be
the
on telly
gun.
tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the Winchester 30-30, that is a strange choice for a sticker.
Yeah,
Yes, I know.
catching this guy.
The other thing that's really strange is why is Mark staying at the Imperial? Why not back at the farm with his father?
Anyway,
Well, he wasn't very helpful about that. Thought I might have a word to the dad and get his version of things.
Bye.
Another interview in an hour.
I don't know if we'd be able to make it back in an hour.
Where are you going?
Wheeler's Road?
Well, if you're running late, call me. I'll pick you up on the way.
Don't want to make a fuss or anything.
Oh, it's no trouble.
Joe.
Mr. Ron Hatch. Yes? Senior Detective Hasher, this is Constable Parrish. Miss St. Craig, how can we help you?
What happened to you?
Oh, there's an accident. I fell against the door.
Must have fallen pretty hard. Wasn't a break-in, was it?
If someone had broken in, I would have called you lot. But I didn't, so why are you here?
Well, we pulled your son Mark over this morning and there was a gun in his boot.
No, that's impossible.
Well, he's at the station now. We're talking to him in relation to an armed robbery last night.
He wouldn't do that again.
You know anything about this, mate? What happened to your eye?
Nothing.
Wasn't anything to do with your brother, then?
No.
What about your dad, mate?
Hey, steady on. I don't hit my boy. It was an accident.
Like the door.
Why isn't Mark staying with you?
Difference of opinion, that's all.
What about Mr. Hatch? Armed robbery, drugs?
No, nothing like that.
Do you own a Winchester 30-30?
No? Why?
Oh, I just thought Mark might have picked it up from here.
I've never had guns around the place, especially with 2 young boys.
Fair enough. Thanks for your time. Okay, we need to see if he's got a shooter's license and any firearms registered to him.
You think he's lying?
He's lying about no one breaking in.
Mark looking for a gun?
Possibly.
We should check his room at the pub too, see if he's clean as he says he is.
Yep.
Tonight at 6,
Hey, there she
dramatic
is.
footage as a young policewoman risks her
You've been
life
tabletop
to stop
dancing during your lunch breaks.
Constable Joe Parrish was expecting no more
You
than another
put
day
Mount
catching
Thomas
speeding
on the
drivers
map.
and had
Yeah,
no
okay,
idea
okay.
what would
I'm still on
happen
duty,
when she pulled
guys.
her first car over to the side of the road.
Wish you'd arrest me, mate.
Excuse me.
Yesterday's paper. Did you score this before or after the armed robbery?
I said I didn't rob the servo and I didn't steal a gun from Dad, okay?
You also said you were clean.
I am.
Doesn't much look like it.
Look, I was really down last night, okay? I went out and scored. But I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to get stuck back on that crap again, so I tipped it down the sink.
Right, after you spent all that money.
I came close, but I didn't use. I swear.
Forensics have matched the bullet to the gun from Mark's car.
Right. Well, we found remnants of white powder in his hotel room and an unused syringe.
Seems pretty clear then.
I don't know. I mean, he says the heroin's his, but I just don't buy it.
He's a junkie, PJ.
No, but it's odd. I mean, he points a gun in someone's face to get money to score, then has the self-discipline just to chuck it away?
Look, Parrish pulled him over and found a gun that was used in an armed robbery. He has no alibi. You found drugs in his room, which he says are his.
I just think there's more to it.
Parrish?
No, I can't see how it could be anyone else.
Quite right, Constable. Now that that's sorted, you and I have to be somewhere. I'll expect him to have been charged by the time we return.
We've been enjoying Jo's stories about her life in the force, so if we could turn to you now, Russell. What is the single most important characteristic that a policeman or woman must have?
Well, Natalie, the modern police force requires a well-rounded, multifaceted personality. Naturally, intelligence is of great import. And loyalty, discipline.
Stubbornness, to keep going when anyone else would chuck it in.
Well, tenacity is certainly something you have no lack of. And that sounds like a good spot to finish up, but not before we play Manic Minute with Joe on the couch. You ready, Joe?
Yep.
Work.
It's my life.
Law.
And order.
Prisons.
Necessary.
Justice.
What we aim for.
Love.
Yes.
Politics.
No.
Drinking.
Not while driving.
Sex.
Not while driving. Hey.
G'day.
So,
Where's the inspector?
oh, he's gone back to St. David's. Oh, did anyone listen to the...
Oh, you haven't already been on, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Joe. We had no idea it'd be going live.
Oh, Joe, tell us, we had a bet on Natalie Norton. Jonesy reckons she looks like Cameron Diaz, but I'm opting for a redhead, more like Nicole.
So no one heard.
What do you mean, no sex while driving? Are you so boring?
We thought, though, that a radio career might suit you, Parrish. You don't have to wash.
And you got a pretty good face for a radio kid, eh?
Good work.
For that. Thanks,
You've
Ross.
displayed some pretty quick thinking out there.
Plus, you bailed Rusty out of a tight spot.
Yeah, well, hopefully that'll be enough to get him off my case.
Well, he's on my case. Mark Hatch has been charged and remanded in St. David's on the inspector's say-so.
Well, he's right, PJ.
You've been spending too much time with him.
Hey, shh, everyone, this is it.
What starts as a routine traffic incident turns dangerous as the driver tries to flee the scene. Constable Joe Parrish tackles him, enduring a terrifying few seconds, saving a local journalist from serious injury. Before bringing the car to a
It's been
stop,
great. I haven't had to buy a drink all night.
Hey, Chrissy, can you change your channel?
For the details of the
A notorious spot for serious traffic accidents.
Book him, Jojo.
Hey!
That's enough. That's enough.
Tim's was saved by the quick-thinking actions
Pretty funny, isn't it?
Joanna Parrish.
You know, that's my son up there with your hero cop. Now he's back in jail.
Ron?
I mean, he hasn't committed any robberies or anything, but innocence doesn't seem to count for much.
The only reason he was
You
charged...
just assume that he's no good because he's made one mistake. You wankers. You know, you should be out catching real crooks instead of just sitting here watching yourselves on television.
Every parent wants to believe the best of their child. This must be very stressful for Mr. Hatch.
Look, I know, but it's still a big shift. And yesterday he didn't want to have anything to do with Mark. Last night he's backing him up.
He's lying, PJ.
Lying now, or was he lying then?
It's got nothing to do with lying. Hatch is upset and confused. His son's about to go back to jail just days after getting out.
Look, I know all this. It's just this drug business.
Have you seen this? Oh.
Hey, at least I got your best side.
Local hero.
Yeah.
Guess right. Look, thanks to the quick-witted actions of Constable Joe Parrish.
Some people have got work to do.
Want some company?
I wouldn't want to drag you away from your paper. This bashfulness doesn't suit you, Benny.
It's really quiet at the moment. There's nothing to tell you or I'd tell you.
Well, I think you should think a bit harder. I'll give you the name again. Mark Hatch. You don't want to stuff me around, Benny.
Mark Hatch used to score from me, but that was years ago.
So you haven't seen the last few days?
No, I didn't say that.
So?
I might have seen him, but not to score. I don't do that no more.
Right.
He was sniffing around asking questions about his brother, Craig.
But Craig's on the gear.
I wouldn't know, would I, Detective?
I think you would, Benny. I think you should tell me before I lose my patience. Hmm?
Yeah, all right. I might have heard that Craig's done some buying.
But not Mark.
His brother's the one you want to look out for.
It's always a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Matthews.
I don't know why they didn't use the one of both of us.
Well, perhaps it wasn't the best side. So.
Anyway, today's another day and we've got a lot to get through.
Am I losing one of my constables again today?
Joe, it's police life. They said they got an interview with you.
I didn't organise anything with them.
I rang them this morning. I thought they might be interested.
Oh. Well, you'd better take your call then.
Joe? Oh, PJ, Ron Hatch doesn't have a firearm or shooter's licence registered to his name.
Well, maybe the gun's unregistered.
Excuse me, or Ron never had a gun.
Well, it's a bit of a coincidence, Ron being broken into and the servo job.
Pasta? I like pasta.
And the servo job on the same night?
Would Ron really cover Thelma for Mark? Louise,
Not from what I know of it.
What women want?
Oh, this is ridiculous.
What Women Want was a shocking film.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion about that. There you go.
Finished with your latest profile?
Oh, I don't want to be asked my opinion about anything ever again.
This won't stop you giving it unasked, I'm sure.
What's with the grumpy act?
Nothing. I think we've got different ideas of what good policing is, that's all.
What's that supposed to mean?
We got different priorities, Joe.
Are you saying I'm no good at my job?
No, I'm not saying that.
What is this? Are you jealous that I'm getting more attention over this case than you are?
Yeah, sure.
I found the guy. If I hadn't pulled him over, we would never have caught him. Seems like good policing to me.
Mark didn't do it.
Of course he did.
Craig is the junkie, not Mark.
Mark had the gun, Mark had the syringe.
Craig is the one hanging around Benny Matthews.
Is that where you went this morning?
Yes.
This is my case too. You should have taken me with you.
Don't you tell me what I should and shouldn't do, Constable. You're too busy looking at yourself in the newspaper.
You really hate all this, don't you?
It's interfering with your work.
I'm good at this, PJ. It's important and it's not interfering with my work. Don't expect me to be grateful just for letting me come along.
We're here to do a job, so let's do it, okay?
Fine.
Without shooting your mouth off.
I said fine.
Craig. It's like a quick word.
Dad's not here.
No, it's okay. I'd like to talk to you.
I can't. He told me not to.
Why?
I don't know. Ask him.
Do you know Benny Matthews, Craig?
Never heard of him.
Well, that's funny. Your brother used to do business with him.
I'm not into drugs.
I didn't say anything about drugs.
It's the only business Mark's involved in.
How long have you been driving, Craig?
6 months?
We want to lose this.
No. But, look, you're gonna have to go. I've got stuff to do before Dad comes back.
That's okay. Do you, mind if we take a look around?
Yeah, I do. You'll have to ask Dad.
We'll talk to him later.
So what now?
We get a warrant. You remember how to do that?
How about we give it a break, PJ?
There's something in that shed he doesn't want us to see.
Public speaking?
There are a number of fora coming up. They're outlined on this schedule. I need you to prepare a 20-minute talk on your career and goals. No hurry. You have until tomorrow.
Look, you've got the wrong girl.
Public speaking can be learned, Parish. I've booked you into a course in Melbourne. Starts tomorrow afternoon.
Well, I've got real work to do. We don't have enough members as it is. I'm not going to hand my workload on to someone else.
Hatch has been charged.
Yeah, well, there are a few loose ends.
I'm sure there are, but there are others who can do the follow-up work required.
Well, why don't you do this public speaking if you're so keen on it?
Well, obviously, I'd like to address such meetings, but there's a question of profile. And you are the hot talent, as they say. Well, God knows I'd be delighted if it was anyone but you, Parish. Regional Commander saw your performance and he likes you. So we both have to learn to deal with that, professionally.
Oh, all right. You want professional, you'll get professional, sir.
Finally.
Go. You getting onto that warrant?
Well, if Rusty ever gives me a moment's peace, I will.
Listen, we need to do this
He
fast.
wants me to write up my whole life history by tomorrow.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, PJ, I'm
Hey,
getting
Joe,
onto the
there's a
warrants.
pile of messages for you. Mostly stuff from the media unit, I think.
We'll get back to him in 6 months.
PJ, and there's also a list of rego numbers come through for you for that getaway car from Vic Roads.
Craig's not here.
So, when do you think he'll be back?
Look, he's got nothing to hide, if that's what you think.
We just want to have a chat with him, Mr. Hatch.
You got it in for us. You got Mark, now you're after Craig. I bet I'll be next.
We'd like to have a look around.
Yeah, I've got no choice, have I?
Well, what do you know? Well, he put the P plate back on. That was conscientious.
And guess what?
We found the getaway car from the servo job. It belongs to your brother Craig.
You don't seriously think Craig...
The gun was covered with your prints, but there's another set of prints, and when we find your brother, we're gonna get a match.
Craig didn't knock off the servo.
You can't protect him, Mark. That's why you had the gun, isn't it? Trying to protect him?
No. I had the gun because I pulled the servo job on my own. I was doing a runner when you caught me.
Mark.
And that car used to be mine. I've still got the keys.
So you doubt his confession?
He's protecting his brother Craig, the junkie.
Yeah, but Mark must need money as well, especially if he just got out of prison.
The boss is right. He needs money. We found him with a gun. He's got keys to the getaway car as well as access to it.
Seems to me, PJ, you can't just discount his confession.
Boss.
At the very least, Mark Hatch has to be an accomplice.
That confession had to be a lie.
Well, you better sort it out pretty damn quickly if he's not our man.
Look what he's got planned for me.
You're the face of country
It's not
policing.
funny.
Oh, a formal dinner with the top brass in Melbourne?
It's never going to end.
Like there's been a second robbery, same servo, balaclava like before. This time he used the knife. Sergeant, would you
Yeah.
mind going out to the crime scene with Jones?
Jones.
Joe, we'll try and find
But
Craig.
hang on, Mark's still in St David's.
Exactly. Can't be him then, can it?
What's happened?
We need to talk to Craig.
I don't know where he is.
You know where he was at 1 o'clock?
Well, he was here at 1. Now he's missing.
Missing?
I can't find him. He's supposed to be at home.
Mr. Hatch, have you had another break-in?
We haven't had any break-ins.
Or did someone break out?
Look, I gotta find Craig.
How he hasn't been gone that long?
You don't understand. He's not well.
He's having a hard time getting off the drugs, eh? Don't worry, we'll find him.
Benny?
I haven't seen him.
That's crap, Benny, and you know it. You tell me where he is.
PJ?
Do not move.
He was like that when he got here.
How much have you had, mate?
Yeah, well,
Look, you've got to tell us. Look, you've got to tell us, mate. Oh.
All right, now, Craig, where were you 2 nights ago between 9 and 10 p.m.?
I'm with Dad.
The Savo 1?
I'm with Dad. Ask him.
Did you do today's servo job?
No.
Did you do it to make it look like Mark didn't do the first one?
No, and he didn't do the first one.
He's already told us he did.
Mate, we got it on tape.
He didn't do it.
How do you know?
This is crap. You're trying to...
Craig, we're going to need your fingerprints.
Be my guest.
Did Craig start using because of Mark?
Not directly. When Mark went off to jail, I sent Craig to boarding school to get him away from drugs. Lasted a term, came back a junkie.
Did you lock him in his room today?
He said he wanted to try and get through the weekend without a fix. He asked me to lock him in.
Did he ask, or were you trying to stop him doing the servo job?
He hasn't robbed anyone. He was at home when I left at 1.
You're very sure about the time.
That's when I feed the stock. Look, I just want to get Craig home.
He needs help.
I know. And I'll help him.
How, by locking him up again?
Better me than you.
Dad, I'm ready to go home now.
Craig was in no state to have done that second robbery.
But drug addicts do pull jobs all the time.
Yeah, I know that, but I just don't think he did.
So how much time had passed between the job and when you found him?
Well, not that much. It'd be pretty hard to get from the job to Benny, do the deal and shoot up in that space of time.
Did he have any weapons on him?
No, not much money either.
So, if the brothers weren't working together, then we're looking at 2 separate armed robberies.
But it's also possible that the same person is responsible for both. And that person is neither of the Hatch brothers, in which case Mark Hatch's confession is false.
Tony Timms is here.
Just get rid of him, will you? You'd better give me everything you've got on Mark Hatch. If we have charged the wrong man, we'd better sort it out before the press gets wind of it.
I want to proceed on the assumption that the same person did both jobs.
Well, Mark did the first, Craig did the second, I'm sure of it.
All right, let's look at the first job.
Well, Mark had the gun. He's got form. He's a junkie.
He was a junkie.
He's got no alibi. Chris can't vouch for him.
What about anyone else at the Imperial? Did you speak to anyone else at the Imperial? What the hell were you thinking, Joe?
I got distracted.
Distracted by what? Oh, watching some hero cop on the telly? Oh, forget it. Forget it. I'll sort it myself.
PJ, look, let me fix it. It's my stuff up. It's about time I did some real policing.
I saw him all right, and a lot more than I wanted to see.
What does that mean?
Well, I was in the upstairs bathroom.
The hotel guest bathroom.
Man needs his privacy sometimes, especially at my age.
What did you see, Merv?
Well, he's just out of the shower, and he's in the bathroom cleaning his teeth completely stark, as he must have thought he was back in the nick.
Do you remember what time this was?
I know exactly what time.
Merv had a bet on the last race at Harold Park. It finished at 9:05. Went to the loo straight after that and saw Mark. So there's no way he could get to the servo in time to knock it off, so it can't have been Mark. I was wrong about that. And if I'd followed up on the alibi at the time, we'd be much further advanced in the case. I let the publicity stuff get out of hand. You were right. I stuffed up.
Finished? I knew he didn't do it already.
What? You knew? When did you know?
Well, when you were out, I had another look at the security videos, and the same bloke did do both armed robs.
You let me go through the whole grovel.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Play it. All right, pause it. Now try the other one. Pause it. What do they have in common?
Apart from bad taste in headgear?
Throw me the remote.
Southpaws.
Let it go at both my boys. Now you come to harass me.
We've just got one thing to clear up. Won't take a moment.
Crap. It's not one thing, it's another and then another. I'll get it for you. If you're saying that I did it, then you can't have a case against Mark.
Oh, we've got a case.
It won't hold up.
Well, maybe not if it went to trial, but it won't. Mark confessed.
It'll go straight to sentencing. You'll get double what he got before.
Why would he confess?
What, something he didn't do? Maybe he was trying to protect his family. We found remnants of heroin in his room at the Imperial. He said he went out and scored, but then had second thoughts. Washed it down the sink.
Except it wasn't Mark's heroin, was it? It was Craig's.
Mark took it off him. I thought he wanted it for himself.
He was protecting Craig. Just like he was trying to protect him when he took the rifle and when he confessed to the robbery.
Craig must have been pretty desperate after Mark confiscated his heroin.
I caught him with the gun. He told me his brother had ripped his stuff off him and he had to get money. And I knew he'd end up in jail, or worse. And I told him I'd get him the money.
Play the job yourself?
Look, I'm not to here in debt. And I had to do something. Seemed like the only thing I could do.
Do you want to have another go at your story?
Craig wanted me to help him with the job.
And you refused?
Stupid little bastard. He always wanted to be just like me, you know? Do everything I did. Now, if he had any idea what it was like inside...
All right. So you had a row.
Yeah. And he stormed out. Then I found him with a dealer smack at Benny Matthews' house, you know, and we had a big fight and I took it off him.
All right, so what happened at the servo?
Well, I heard about the job the next morning on the radio. Of course, I thought it was Craig, so I went around to the house, broke in and I took the rifle. I was on my way to Lake Widgery to dump it
when you ran into us.
Yeah. So what happens now?
We drop the charges and you walk out of here.
And Dad?
You know the deal.
Stupid old bastard.
He was trying to protect your brother, just like you were. You should have talked to each other.
Gave that up long ago.
Your father did that second job to protect you, Mark.
All he ever cared about was Craig.
Your father had a choice. Could have looked after your brother and let you rot in jail. But he didn't. He chose you.
Bloody waste.
Where's everyone gone?
The Imperial.
I see.
Well, welcome to join us if...
You know, I've been thinking about that course in Melbourne, and in light of what you told me.
Yeah, I stuffed up. I'm sorry. Guess you'll have to find another hot talent.
You went off track, but you weren't alone. Senior members also have to accept their share of responsibility.
I appreciate you saying it, sir, but it was my fault.
No, we must all be accountable. I've already had a word to Hashem.
What?
The important thing is that we make use of the lessons that we learned today.
What kind of use?
Oh, recruiting, seminars.
No.
Yes. You arrested the wrong man. Yet in spite of damning evidence against him, his own confession, you pressed on and justice was served. That's a great story, and that is the story I want you to prepare by tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
You know, I think I might join your colleagues. Perhaps you could meet us there when you're finished.
You know, you might be right, sir. This publicity caper could be quite handy. Well, it can only benefit the union to have a delegate with such a high profile.
I wouldn't get too excited, Constable. I'd say you've only got about 2 or 3 minutes of your 15 minutes of fame left, wouldn't you?